the newest addition to the team. Davin coming over, also coming over from the Infinity stack that was in Pro League. So some Pro League experience on it. Really all of these guys except maybe Lekro, I'm less sure there. Dominate has been a strong player. Quicks, aka Lincoln 11. I think he's kind of like the leader, captain of the team. He's still unsure of who does IGL work for them. And then Alway and Lekro, so Publiclir. I would expect to be the favorite here. I know they don't play Overpass too much. Dominate was telling me they had some things prepared. I don't know how serious he was being, though. We'll see. They didn't seem too worried about Caparzo being absolutely nuts with the AWP. Caparzo himself now pushing through towards that fountain, and possibly even for some more information. He's picking up quite a bit. Caparzo into party in a good place to intercept Quicks as he's working up those stairs. Dominate, though, getting into the B side. Some shots onto Monty. Will it be caught by Benki, who now will have to go back into the pit? David will bring down Caparzo. So that push out long, that push itself didn't work out, but it found the information that it is maybe going to be a B hit. But as Dominate getting some kills there, the rest of Publiclir rotate over. They've gone towards A. RDO. Probably not the... oh, wait, no. The Hearthstone player's RDU, so never mind. There goes that reference. Benki working his way up the steps. Lekro is there. We'll shoot him down. Monty from the bank. He's the last one in a 1 versus 3. No kid. He's got to work quick, and Alway is there to take him down. So 1-0. Oh, you are? Okay. Take it away, Dust. I was like,
man,
I gave you a time. I'm like, did Dust come back yet? You know, I wasn't going to mention you were AFK, but now I just did.
I was just here letting you roll, man, for that first round. Set it up nicely. Got us all the information about both teams. I mean, growing up.
I mean, some say I'm the best caster in NA. You know what I'm saying?
Some people do. Not very many of them, but
I'm one of them.
There are a handful. You are one of them. So, we are going to see eSuba here now. Just have to buy up the pistols, hope for the best. As Publiclir has suffered one casualty. Monty's been able to pick up one there, but the bomb is making its way into the lower part. But RDO is going to be able to spot this here from the stairs. But it doesn't matter. Publiclir's still getting the bags. They even cleared out the B bomb site. So, I mean, things are looking pretty good for him.
Yeah, it looks like, again, here on Overpass, we're going to see the terrorists starting out really strong. But wow, what a shot from Henky G. Just, you know, peeking out to the sandbags and pre-firing that one sliver you can see into barrels. Finds himself a headshot for it. AK on Henky G, as we just saw. Ooh, the front side Misty. I love it. Reminds me of like a... I feel like that would be a trick in...
This looks like a cooler
1080.
Vulcan. A cooler AK Vulcan skin.
Someone was like, I think I left my Vulcan in the washing machine. I laughed pretty hard. That was in some Reddit post.
I think it looks better than the Vulcan.
I think it does too. But it's kind of unfair. Like, all the newer skins are like more ridiculous just because like kind of the way it goes. As Henky G is bobbing his head to the DJ music over here. But frontside Misty, that actually is a snowboarding trick. That's why it sounds like one, is because it is. And it reminds me of 1080 for N64, and that was the best game ever. Sorry, Counter-Strike, you lose.
That I did enjoy that game as well. A lot.
Terrorists win.
That's all I have to say about this round.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
I think he's having a fun time and saved that AK. But they got no money, so I don't really know how much that increases their chances here. Probably not too much, honestly.
Just brought up good memories of playing SSX, man. Dominate.
Yeah.
And Dominate has the Shadow Daggers. That's the first
player
I've
his
seen.
Shadow Daggers are so sick. He's got like factory newer. I think they're actually I think he has Minware fades. I left a comment on his profile saying something like, "Hey, like I hear your favorite caster is looking for a pair of Shadow Daggers or something like that." I don't remember.
I'm not down with them, but
all right, that's great. You can give me them if you ever find a pair.
Yeah, for sure. Or I would just sell them actually to someone who did want them. I'm not gonna give them to you for free. That's not gonna happen.
Why do you hate me?
Crazy. You gotta learn to love me. Okay.
I was just about to say, I thought you loved me.
Are we beating that meme to death?
No, we haven't.
We haven't? Okay.
Memes can never die. They're like dreams. Memes never die.
Gotta do it, man. As that was kind of a weird round that eSuba just won.
Yeah, they did win that. What the heck?
Yeah, and they collect a couple of guns for that as well. An AK and a Galil picked up, as well as just getting an AWP as well. Caparzo buying an M4. We do see Publiclir buying up what they can, but RDO already taking out Dominate. And they do have a couple of AKs still left in play here, but they are a man down. Trying to work into the parks here. They do have some control of the upper park now. 3 people from eSuba still over towards the B side of the map, and the bomb is still way back at the park. Will be picked up here soon by Lincoln. But yeah, this is going to be a tough take now for Publiclir.
Yeah, we saw Dominate try to get out quick towards Long, gave us a brief glimpse of his Shadow Daggers. They're not the Fades, they're actually the, they're either Crimson Web or like Slaughter. I didn't actually quite check. We'll get that information soon. Important.
That's vital.
It is vital. It's vital to my sanity right now, so in that case it is vital. But a man down, like you said, they took that Long trek back. They picked up the bomb they left in the upper tunnels, and they're trying to work it onto an A-split. 3 towards Long, 1 over towards the banana side, as Metas likes to call it. People know who Metas is now. He's all famous, so we can refer to it.
Joe Miller Jr.
Yeah, right. As David and Lekro both find some frags. Banky trying to move through Lekro with the Deagle once more. And still set up on Optimus. NQG and Monty trying to do this. No kits, though. And yeah, running away.
Yes, I mean, Publiclir recover. I mean, eSuba did steal that 1 round there in round number 2. We got the economy of Publiclir in shambles a bit, but now Publiclir win what seems to be a pretty clean round here. Unless Monty can pick someone else up, they'll be able to retain a lot of guns here, but no, Monty does get that kill there onto Lincoln. Alway, I'll call him that. Sounds like the name for like a god, Alway. Isn't that a name for a god?
Well, Yahweh, yeah.
Yahweh, okay, I was close. You can tell how versed I am, and it is the Crimson Web. There you go. Are you good now?
I'm good.
Okay. That we were able to clear that
I've
up
also
for you.
finished my food that I totally wasn't eating while casting, so we're good.
Nice. So Publiclir now up.
We're really
3.
professional over here in Maine.
Very, very professional here in Maine.
Kind of a joke in there somewhere.
As they will just see Publiclir just doing a really quick rush in the B right now, flashing themselves through the long B tunnels, and eSuba Hinky G avoiding that, just kind of pushing short to try to get behind them maybe. Does, but doesn't see anybody. Everyone's out long B in the meantime, so this is looking pretty good for Publiclir.
Oh man. Yeah, not looking good. Well, actually it is looking somewhat good. It got to a 3-3, and now a 3-on-2, and Benke moving through, and initially it was looking like it was going to be a run over of the site for Publiclir, but they get stopped in the tracks. Caparzo found a double kill. I was just about to say, Caparzo, you know, you're on a 5-7. That's not where you want Caparzo. You want to op in his hands. But even with the 5-7, he was quite deadly. Finds 2 kills and probably wins them this round. Dominate left in a 1 versus 3. Remember, CD-sided map, right? Those players were looking for all the rounds. Oh, God. That was, cover the children's eyes. That was violent.
Yes, I mean, eSuba keeps giving Publiclir like a run for their money, man. Like every time Publiclir's about to set themselves up for like a good economy and a good streak of winning rounds, just the CT side comes right back at them. I mean, you thought Publiclir that they were able to get all their players out of long B. They were in pretty good positions to just push the site. Caparzo was just on the pistol. You know, things are looking good, but they dropped that round against. That's 2 rounds that they've dropped that eSuba's had a huge advantage. So that's certainly something to think about here. As we'll see if eSuba can keep capitalizing on this. They actually have Publiclir down low. There's a few Tech 9s and a couple of AKs, so actually it's eSuba who have played themselves into the advantage this time. We'll see if they can tie this game up here, as they have some pretty aggressive positions. They're stacked at lower park and at the window to the stairwell. It's pretty crazy stuff.
And there's I started calling him but Lon just kept saying always, so I kind of transitioned to it as well. Always finding that kill, but Benke from behind will stab David. There's Quicks with the trade out with that Tech 9, so into a 3-on-3. Lekro with the Tech 9, but we already saw what he did with the Deagle, so still pretty potent with the pistols, and he's got some of that utility, and now has managed to find himself an AK. And not sure whether or not Caparzo meant to hit that kind of banister, but that was pretty cool. Bit of a pop flash into the A site. It doesn't matter. Publiclir will hightail it the other way. Monty playing that 1-kill position out towards Long, entrance to the cafe. Probably a good name for that. Here comes Caparzo down the steps, and there he gets one out of that window. And another Lekro was getting tagged so hard. Now Quicks trying to do this. This man can be a very clutch player. He has carried me through many, many matchmaking games. Let's see, can he find Caparzo, who is getting so close on 5 HP. And there is a man, we see him there in short. That's Monty. And Monty, yeah, he does bite on the fake plant, but hey, he bites hard. He gets the kill.
Indeed, so there you have it. It is a tie game now. eSuba finally streaking together a couple of rounds in a row, something neither team's been able to do for quite some time, and you can see the result publicly. Again, just no money right now, so they are going to be forced to take a save here. It gives a chance for eSuba to take a lead for the first time this game, which is exactly what you want to be doing on the CT side of this map. You want to establish, you know, a pretty good half, you know, try to get up to the double digits, and it was a tough start when they lost the initial couple of rounds, losing pistol, but they've recovered pretty well here on eSuba. Despite the fact that they were kind of an underdog when you look at some of the I guess, the betting odds here. But they have a good chance to take the lead.
Those silly things. Look at RDO, man. And you know what RDO means to us. Might just sometimes be coming out of nowhere.
He might be.
A nice triple kill in the bathrooms.
He might be slithering around.
He might be.
Looking to possibly do some type of wrestling move.
Yeah, wait until he gets his back up against the wall in a place where we've never seen him before. That'll be pretty nuts.
Yeah.
This is like
see him boosted.
Almost the first true rifle round here now.
Yeah, it is very true. But I can't wait to see RDO boosted up somewhere. You know, maybe
in a place where we've never seen him before.
Maybe a place where he shouldn't be up there. Something like
Oh
that.
yeah, exactly.
As we are going to see things slow down a bit here as Publiclir is getting a little bit more default in their setup, but definitely leaning over towards A, including the bomb already towards the upper park area, while the rest are kind of working up middle here. But Caparzo has it off on the stairs, finding the kill there onto Lecro. Is that how you say it?
I've been saying Lecro, yeah.
Okay. Some of these EU names, man, they're a bit tough.
Yeah, it's hard out here. I gotta be honest. All right, David has got himself up on top of the flower pots, looking for RDO, who is playing off the. Oh, he won't peek, and he does get all the way, but the trade is made. But already a man down. That's going to be tough. 4 versus 3 right now. This is a map where the CTs can rotate so quickly. They can easily get in behind you in that stairwell, cut off terrorist rotations. It looks like Monty was doing just that, actually. Who was scurrying up the site? Was that, I didn't quite notice, but Dominic, he's got himself over to those CT stairs, like, a lot. He's been here, like, 3 or 4 times now.
Yeah, this is
gonna
big
be a key position to win the round.
Yeah, he's gonna be able to do a huge backstab, and this B player has no idea he got past him. Like Monty has absolutely no clue. So Dominate is gonna be able to do so much damage.
Oh, it's spotted from the window player though.
Wow, that's insane that he got picked up there. He could have been such a major factor, and with him getting silenced, it actually sets eSuba up to close out the round in a pretty easy fashion. So that was kind of the big thing that they needed to go their way for Publiclir, and it just didn't. He got caught up big time.
Yeah, it was a nice effort from Dominate. I'm sure there was some communication. Henky G was like, "Hey Monty, could they have gotten past you?" He's like, "Oh yeah, they could. I'm actually just staring at blue door." And then I'm sure there was some communication that keeps Henky G looking the other way. Maybe even was starting to rotate back down.
Yeah, maybe that is it. Maybe he was just starting to rotate the A and just happened to catch a glimpse of him. It could have just been an unlucky timing for Dominate, who did really put himself in a great position to have a huge impact, but just sniffed out from eSuba, and now they have started to get a pretty good streak going for themselves. They've won 4 rounds in a row here, 5 of the last 6, so definitely recovered after losing the pistol round in a big way. As Publiclir still have enough money here. They got AKs across the board again. They're just trying to work the stairs in the park area, just try that slow progression on the A side of the map. The bomb will join them here momentarily as they do begin to get towards mid in the washroom. Just kind of clear this out, but eSuba's playing pretty passive.
I don't think he meant that flash to quite back and blind his teammate right there. But no harm, no foul. No one was there anyways. The CTs are actually playing very defensive back in the A site. Not something you see. Well, I mean, it's something you see, but it's not something you see every round, that's for sure. You can have a pretty dynamic side.
Usually you always see the initial aggression and the slow fallback is usually what you see.
But occasionally people will like play some stacks on the van or even by that sign that RDO is looking at. Or even just opping along. It can be hard to op along, though, if no one's setting up to hold your banana side. That nade!
Lincoln.
He did leg RDO, that nade brought him down to 6. That's a double! Second one coming through the wall, now the trip, using only 2 bullets, killing 3 people, but Quicks with the Tech 9! RDO, I thought for sure he was going to bring home that 4K with the USP. Now it's going to be up to Lecro coming up the stairs into A main. He'll be brought down, a nice double peek from Benki and Henki. Really? Are those actually their names? Like, I can't Benki, Henki, and Monty. I feel like that is a children's book, like ready to go.
Yeah, I mean, it's time to. What is that? The Brothers Grimm or whatever? The Grimm
yeah,
brothers.
something.
Hansel and Gretel.
Benki, Henki, and Monty were walking through the woods when one day they spotted a terrorist. They decided to kill him with a bullet in the head. Yeah, maybe
but then their good cousin RDO is able to line up 2 with 1 bullet, and that's how they secured the round at the side of the map. There you go. Good story.
Generally, children, it takes 3 bullets to kill 3 people, but when you're RDO and you're just monster. Turns out RDO's the villain at the end. That's the plot twist. It's really crazy. They thought he was their cousin. He's actually the villain.
Okay, I like it. I can roll with that as Publiclir just with a couple of Tech 9s and an op left trying to plant. Hinky not gonna need to do anything actually. Binky's gonna get the mission, and now I can't even take this seriously anymore. I thought he was just selling out. Was BenQ his #1? That's what I thought his name actually was, and then.
Nah, I got yelled at big time for that. It's Benki.
Ooh, okay. Well, I'm glad you.
Counter-terrorists win.
Anyway, eSuba picking up another round.
Oh man. Want to continue our story? Chapter 2.
No, there's no chapters in children's books.
True. That's very true. What's the name of the story, though?
I don't know.
I don't know.
A walk in the park.
Ah! There it is. A Walk in the Park. Featuring Hinky, Binky, and Monty.
By Helium and Dust Murray.
Yeah. Illustrated by that.
Illustrated. I'm not the illustrator. What are you on about?
Hanky G there somehow.
With 2. The sandbags throws that flash trying to, delay them crossing, but they had already crossed. eSuba is still in a good position. Publiclir. Dominated is really keen on pushing up towards Graffiti and even into the CT stairs. He does this almost every round. It's almost, at this point, like, could even be predictable for the other team to just expect Dominate. Although I guess you're playing a good team, you should always kind of expect someone to have fought.
Plus, they've already caught him in that position before as well, but he actually just begins to fall back and try to get back in. But they keep getting this gap on this edge of the smoke that Hinky keeps being able to peek through. He won't actually be able to stop any type of defuse, but he'll chase the flash and grabs that one. Devin clicked the trade, but there's still a man down trying to hold off this retake here. From the CT side, but eSuba, they've been pretty hot lately, but they have a couple of ops to retake with. That is not what you want.
Caparzo brings down Quicks over there in Monster. Oh wow, this map even has a Monster. It's really working well for the Fairy Tale thing. David, 1 versus 2, spraying him down. They actually are running out of time. They both have kits. They're blind right now. Time.
He's gonna tase it, man. He's gonna tase it.
He's tasing that bomb. Oh my gosh, and he gets it.
He gets it.
Oh, it gave us some stupid stat. Defended the planted bomb from 2 enemies. Wait, what? Why would it give us that stat? He didn't defend it.
I don't know, man.
It was defused with like actually 0.01 second, probably.
eSuba now though. Up in a big way. I mean, they've won the last 6 rounds in a row, 7 rounds in a row actually. Last 8 of 9. So this is looking really, really good here for eSuba now. They're really starting to roll out that big CT hat that you want on overpass. Getting a little bit aggressive now as well. RDO's been perfect with the op. I mean, he's been pushing in the stairs, lining up 2-for-1s at Upper Park. I mean, he's been doing really, really well.
He's been dank.
Indeed. He is one with the memes.
Elecro coming up. Has been shotted. RDO not baited into that shot. Will throw the nade. RDO's like, no! Or Elecro, sorry. RDO also, because Alway was still pushing him. The trade comes out. Now we get to see. It's kind of weird that RDO's been hitting all the op shots. I thought Caparzo was picked up to be their opera. We saw him on that Inferno versus ROG. That guy was just pure insanity.
It is very, very true. But he does have the second op, so they have been rolling with that double op setup here. RDO does go down, but we still have Caparzo there inside the A site, just waiting for someone to peek him into the washrooms. And I mean, Publiclir do seem to be gathering up with that bomb over towards the washroom to get in there, but always going to pick up Caparzo. I didn't actually catch how that happened, but that's a big pick to get. It allows him to start rolling into the A bomb site. Now Hinky G, he is here. His rotate's on the way. He finds another gap through a smoke to play around, and right before he can get the bomb down, Alway hits another key op shot. So it seems like Publiclir might finally put a point on the board after losing 7 in a row.
Yeah, and I mean, 4 rounds is enough to work with. Publiclir would want at least 5 probably to feel comfortable going over to the CT side. Of course, 6. I mean, that last overpass map we saw was a bit of an outlier with the terrorists kind of just hitting their quota immediately with 6 in a row. That was a bit strange. This is feeling more like an actual overpass match.
Right.
And the odds, I think the odds were in favor of Publiclir, right? Like
Yes.
something like 77-23.
Indeed it was.
Even I was talking with Dominate. Even Dominate said eSuba are good. They definitely don't deserve those odds. But Publiclir, I mean, they're pretty confident they would be able to take this. Although you're playing in CEVO main, if you're like, you better be confident you're about to take this match, right?
Yeah, odds are always kind of wonky for a lot of the amateur games. Oh, I wouldn't say like, well, maybe not amateur, but like semi-pro games. Yeah. Semi-pro, I guess, would be the fair way to use it. Those are always going to be kind of wonky. Same with some of the North American Pro League game odds are actually kind of wonky as well.
Well, that might actually be amateur. Zing!
Wow, dude. Hey, we are the most represented country.
All right, that's
at
such
the
a dumb
next
stat.
major, bro.
I don't even want to hear it again.
I don't care.
Oh my gosh, RDO is like, yo, you have nades? Check this out. I've got an op. Who the face?
But Always pinches
Always
in there
there
in the
again
stairs.
to trade out RDO. These guys are like mortal enemies.
Well, it's because eSuba's actually double pushed upper park, so they didn't actually have any idea what was going on at
Always
party
going
or
to
anything
challenge
like
RDO for the championship belt on Saturday night.
Possibly, man.
CSGO Raw.
I don't know if that's the right connotation you want to make, but we'll walk away from that one. I'm not going to explain it. We'll just keep going here.
All right.
Caparzo through the tree. Going to be able to take down Lincoln there, but Publiclir has been able to get into A.
And terrorists.
He's just sneaking around always, man. Getting into these up front positions or flanking positions. And I mean, they're not going to expect him to already be right here in A. He could have another big opportunity at, getting his team around despite being a man down.
I mean, David is even a good spot if someone were to peek up those stairs. He's made noise, so Caparzo knows exactly what's happening. He gives him the shoulder. Oh my gosh, David gave him the shoulder peek. Caparzo didn't take the bait, but then just got instantly re-peeked. And David, beautiful shot, gets the bomb down in a 2 versus 2. Monty rotating up, making all the noise in the world, throwing a flash, so they know exactly what's going on here. And Monty is going to get caught off. Oh no, he won't. Dominate takes the shot further onto Henky G, so Monty's able to get that trade, but David is there, standing tall, finds 2. There it is, 5 rounds for Publiclir.
Yeah, now they're starting to get something going for themselves here on the T side, and they even are beginning to whittle down the economy a bit of eSuba, but unfortunately, I don't know if it'll ever catch up to them. Like, even if they win this round, on the last round of the half, eSuba, well, you know what? I guess eSuba actually would be in a tough spot here going into the last round of the half if Publiclir can actually get this one, but you can say the same for Publiclir. I mean, they're bought down to $0 on 3 players. If their money gets reset here, that last round is going to be like,
yeah, this decides. This is 2 for 1 to finish the half, pretty much,
exactly,
right?
Exactly, for either
team.
team.
RDO. I was looking at some of the stats, and I thought it was Caparzo. Oh no, it was 3K. I was thinking it was first kills. That Caparzo had a bunch, but RDO is just stepping up. I mean, how many? This is like 5 rounds in a row that he's got them a first kill.
But
and Monty chimed in, so both Quicks and David are down. And we already talked about the implications of this round, pretty much a 2 for 1. That would mean 10-5 at the half, pending some, Tech 9 armor bias. Caparzo hearing information, playing up the sound cues, is checked, but will bring down Lekro, traded by Alway. But when you're trading into a 2 versus 4, like, you can't be happy with yourself.
Yeah, this is Publiclir here in another tough situation, 2v4, giving eSuba a chance to still find double digits in this half, despite dropping the first, dropping a couple of rounds here. And there you have it. They win it in a pretty decisive fashion. They're up 9-5, a great chance to get a 10th as, I mean, Devin's really the only person that has money here on the Publiclir side. He'll drop a little bit here. He picks up an AK for himself, but another AK is going to be able to get forced out there by Dominate. But yeah, still definitely not what you want to have in this situation to try to put up a 6th round, which would be so big if they could. But it looks like eSuba set up well to, find an appropriate CT half of a double-digit score.
Yeah, so it's not maybe as a crazy broken round. I mean, David got everything full, right? I mean, I'm surprised he got his Tech 9 AK and full mirror. And he will get the trade there. Lekro going down was one of those Tech 9 wielders. Didn't have much in nades either. Good to send him first, but now Henky bringing him down. And yeah, RDO is still up too. Henky will fall to Dominate 3-on-3. Maybe it isn't just going to be a free two rounds from winning that last one. And another 2v2 post plant. Bomb about to drop. Benki brings down Quicks. Now only Alway by himself. Got a man on either side of him. One coming from upstairs. Oh my gosh, Alway turns, hits the shot onto Banky, now just has to deal with Caparzo, knows where he is, see his head, Caparzo blinding himself. Now Alway into the pit to the right. Caparzo peeks out, and we'll find the kill and the defuse. So the 10-5 half comes in for eSuba, but Publiclir, I mean, that's enough, right? 5 rounds here on the seaside.
I think they really needed 6 in my opinion, but I mean, it's just certainly something that you can still work with, especially if they can take pistol. Then yeah, I mean, they'll definitely be okay. It's manageable is what I would say. It's definitely not ideal. I think 6 is kind of the golden number for almost any T side, unless it's a map that sways a bit more T sided, like what Cobble is today, and you know, Dust 2. Those are the maps where you want to be probably getting more than 6. But for the rest of the pool, I would think that 6 is kind of your key number, but especially because it gives you that breathing room in case you do lose the pistol. You know, going into the second half.
Agree. I don't know. I think 5 is definitely workable on either, let's say, Inferno or Overpass, or even Train, or the more CT-sided ones.
Yeah, I would think that for me, Overpass has a little bit more T opportunity than, say, a Train or an Inferno. So that's why I expect.
Well, Train's just a bit different. Like the T side is always going to be pretty well armed because if you really want to, it's like so easy to just plant inner.
Right.
Whereas there's no like super easy bomb site to go get the bomb down. I mean, I guess B is a bit easier, but even still, getting through Monster, right? Like, let's funnel through Monster. Like, at least when you look at Train, there's more or less 2 paths. I guess you could do Monster and Sandbags, so sort of the same, but those are still so close. You can cover both of them from one angle if you're a CT with a rifle. Here comes Monty though with the Glock. Oh, never mind. I thought that was Lekro that pulled in the head. Or Lekro pulled in the headshot. I thought Quickly got another one through that smoke. David from behind already fighting Caparzo, so it's 3-on-3 now, 2 for Publiclir. And there it is, going to even up as David brings down a frag onto Caparzo. Dominate is into the site, looking, the player has to be in water, and trying to shoot him in the back, a bit sketchy, but he does work out, and now Banky coming up with that Glock. David takes him down immediately, and even without a kid enough time to defuse here.
That's a big pistol win for Publiclir as well. I mean, it gets them right back into the game as long as they avoid, you know, some type of force buy situation from eSuba, which since they got the bomb plant, you would think they're going to be conservative here and just wait to get that buy up next round. So, I mean, Publiclir should definitely at least get to 7, but then they will be tested pretty well, and that's, I'm surprised they're, well, I mean, I guess the scout is pretty deadly, so I would think they would want to get some more FAMASs involved, though, since they are going to be up against full AKs next round. But yeah, we'll see what happens.
Yeah, we will. We don't have a choice, Dust.
I know. We're here locked in.
We're locked in. The roller
coaster. They get the opening pick with the pistol here, but now they're getting on it. Here comes the FAMAS and stuff chiming in, and this is over. Or this round, at least.
Yeah, but keep in mind, they did plant the bomb on the first, so you're going to see a bigger round coming out from those terrorists, and here it is, the AKs. What is Publiclir going to do? I mean, Lincoln's core having gone down, David still has a scout. You can take that scout to long, probably one of the better jump scouting positions, but with the new patch, jump scouting is much easier. Easily punished. That's what I was looking for. Much more easily punished.
Yeah, I mean, it's still a difficult shot to hit, though. Like, you still have to hit, like, a pixel shot on someone's head when they're peeking you, whereas they pretty much see your whole body. So it is certainly still very, very dangerous to deal with, but at least it's not impossible, is really the big thing there. And because Lincoln went down, he's able to actually purchase the monster. Now they have more rifles involved, but Caparzo, leading long B, gets the opening pick, as it was going to be a B split, but now things are starting to taper off a bit. They could still go back to A, as there is a huge rotation already coming into B.
Yeah, they got the boosts off. Oh, and actually Lekro will find Henky with that MP9 still residing here into the rifle round. It's Lekro that
he actually bought
Henky.
that. Straight up bought it this round.
Wow, really? That's sanity, actually.
Early really have the money for more, I guess, to get nades and.
Yeah, but I don't know. MP9 against head armor, terrorists, like it's really not like.
Oh, of course.
It's not a comfortable situation for me. I wouldn't want to be in there. And there is, I'm not sure why Iway decides to peek. I guess looking to grab information, but he will be brought down. And now that leaves it a 3-on-3. And you got an MP9 that's actually going to find another kill. How can we question this man? He's got 2 kills with it. Now David spotting one man there in the site. We'll drop that Molotov, but I think the bomb's already going to go down. No, actually, the Molotov didn't even hit the column.
Yeah,
exactly. It actually went down to
but
RDO, who's about to get naded.
What?
Okay, Pick 2.
Dude, HE nades in this game.
That one's way off, though. That one was actually pretty hard.
that was pretty off. But Binky here now in a 1 versus 2, able to sneak up here on Dominate. Misses a few shots, gives a little bit more time for Devin to adjust, but still, Binky comes up with it there. So nice round there from eSuba, their first, I guess, real purchase into the half, and they make it work.
Yeah, that was, I think once Benki heard the 5-7, he was like, oh, let me just, like, put a little bit of distance here between us and then turn around and take this fight. And that seems to be exactly what he did. I guess he didn't really have a choice. Kind of retreating out there backwards to going for the, or the CT going for the kill. Here we go. That nade, if they continue to push down, yeah, that's actually quite a bit of damage, and now the spam coming through. Oh, they're trying to get that smoke and go for the cheeky little boost here. I love this. It reminds me of, the boost in lower on Nuke in 1.6. We'll understand that. Dust is not one of them.
Sorry, as we are going to see them once again look like they're going to go towards B here. They do have a pick here from Hinky. He's able to pick up always. Publiclir just trying to get aggressive with these pistols, trying to find a pick. You know, they're a little bit pushed up here on the stairs as well as to actually in the B bomb site itself. They're going to have a quick rotate to B if that is in fact where the hit is going to be. But now you see RDO, Binky, and Hinky in their fairy tale here. Now
it's so funny.
Transitioning to the lower park. I can't unsee it now, or unhear it rather. Oh, he just got by. Now they know, though. Now they know what's up. I would think so.
Even him dying there is like maybe planned, right? They want someone to walk down the stairs. Yep, and that's why. David, boom, laying him out. Binky goes down. One shot to the face. So now it's a 3-on-3. Oh, from the barrels. Oh, Monty with a nice reaction. Great control. Even with the Galil there. Finally, Lekro brings him in.
Yeah, Monty does a good job to hold people over in the B bomb site to allow them to slip into A and actually get this bomb plan off. And now Devin all alone with the AK, way out of position to do anything. Just going to save this. And so eSuba will get to 12 rounds.
See if he can hit that cool ladder jump.
That's what I was hoping for, actually. But he didn't. He's not going for it. No style points for Devin.
Oh.
I don't know how useful that would really be, though, to be honest.
I mean, it's a pretty off angle. Like, you're really not expecting that, I think, when, as a player looking for someone near the ladder.
Yeah, I guess.
Oh god, oh god. I panicked. My heart rate increased.
But that is 12 rounds now for eSuba, as they did have, you know, a pretty solid CT side with 10 rounds, and while they did kind of suffer a loss on the pistol round whenever they got that third round bye, they were able to get right back into it here. Now they're up 12-7. They are a little bit limited on their buy. I have one guy with the Galil. Monty doesn't have any nades at all. So, I mean, there's a little bit of disparity, but not too much. And they're just going to go quick in the short B. They've been using these boosts in construction a lot to try to get opening picks at B and then just kind of, you know, pinch the site. But lots of counter nades coming in that kind of hold them off. But they're still going for their spams and boost here.
Does that nade land on Quicks? It did. That was actually really hurt. It was wandering over onto the barrels and now jumps onto those sandbags that are actually in the bomb site. Again, trying to peer over, expecting the boost to come out from eSuba at this point. Who can't click on the heads first over that wall? Or even spam through it. A lot of spamming going on early, some damage taken both ways. But we're still on a 5-on-5. Under a minute right now. It is very, very B-focused still. Smokes, yeah. Flashes. Actually, other smokes come in. Molotov over to the barrels. No smokes on this. Just going in with flashes and one molly to barrels. At the one spot they don't want to have to clear. And RDO gets an opening. Benki with the next one onto Quicks. But Lekro coming down the CT stairs, finding both Henke and RDO. Now all three men behind the stairs. They'll go for the boost. Nicely done from Dominate.
Ooh.
They got a man right below the Henke G.
Yet.
Henke G, if he keeps slithering on back, he might actually be able to find the shot. And yeah, he will. Dominate, forced to drop. So all three men coming in from this area. That's not really what you want to happen, and this is why. You just get caught in a blender. All terrorists are in three different places. All three CTs coming from the exact same one. Like, that's not ending well. Maybe if that boost found a quick pick, it would have.
Right.
But alas, it did not.
Yeah, so eSuba now up 13-7. Publiclir basically having to save, so they're going to have to concede the 14th round here unless they come with something crazy. We do see a couple of CTs being purchased here by Lincoln and Dominate. See if they decide to get aggressive with those or if they just want to stack something. As eSuba just bringing that bomb over towards the park area here. There is a push going on at stairs from Publiclir. Benki is here, puts a nade out a little bit of damage to a couple of players, but not a whole lot. And they don't really have any information just yet on where this stack is.
Yeah, and I can't see Publiclir realistically trying to go down for that. Oh, they are actually doing this boost again? I mean, this is almost what they do every eco round. Banky.
Ooh,
Oh,
nice return,
David, though, with a nice trade out. Take a nice headshot, off with the body shot. David got himself a kill. Crossing him a bit, and oh, even with the USB, able to bring down Henky G with the help of, I have no idea who helped him because the name's
they
too
can
long.
save these 2 AKs, and this is still a pretty decent round from them, given what they were working with. I mean, the bombs didn't get planted at A. I don't know if anyone really did any chase here. I mean, Caparzo could. I mean, he's in position to maybe get some type of chase, but yeah, it's eSuba winning a 14th round, but at least Publicly are kind of setting themselves up to have a pretty decent purchase and equipment to work with next round, which is a key round for them to win. That's the round where eSuba goes for map point, right? And if they lose that, then they probably don't have much to work with the final round of the half when they go for the W. So, I mean, next round is really the big round for Publicly.
Yeah, I mean, these AKs are massive. If they want ops now, like, being able to save these guns would even be able to buy an op right now. That'd be very nice. That's CT side. Let's see what they can't do. They've lost 3 in a row right now. 4 in a row, actually, as the last one tallies in. So 4 in a row for eSuba. They've got to be feeling pretty good. They've got out to 14 rounds. That's a place where Publiclir is, starts to get forced into buying to win almost every round. So even as they make the comeback, if the rounds are close on the CT side, it still can be difficult. And then, you're always forcing up. Your money's low. You happen to lose that one round, then you're stuck on a kind of a ghetto force buy eco round to try to stay alive, play for the tie. The Publiclir not really in a good situation, but those AKs certainly help out.
Yeah, this double aggression from Publiclir inside the construction here, they really just kind of steal off one of the big spots. And think about it, eSuba's been so used to getting in the construction and using that to do boosts and spams to kind of stage up for B hits, and now Publiclir's denying that.
No way, Caparzo checks this.
Yeah, no way, but he crouches to avoid it. That's pretty crazy. And then they come through the tunnels and they get the kill there. What a trade from eSuba. It's like RDO was the bait without even ever realizing that he was it. And a couple of kills come out from eSuba because of it.
And then that player on top with the A1S, right? Kills that one, but took most of the bullets. Can't possibly get that second kill. And it's really on the person on the base to try to find the first kill. The player running through smoke, but the trade happened there, and it was all over at that point. Now just David alive. One of the men that kept an AK does get a nice headshot onto RDL. Going to move in. Probably just going to take it real quick. Molotov's going down. Smokes as well. Finds his man, but Benke is aiming better, pulling the trigger quicker, brings down David. 15-7 is the score.
Yes, I mean the obvious thing.
CTs are actually okay to buy.
Yes, I mean the obvious thing there was that the boost did not work out and they got flanked, and it was a 2-for-1 trade in favor of eSuba. That was the big thing. But the second thing that maybe people didn't actually catch was Lekra was playing that off angle at Monster, and Monty immediately caught him. Like he checked it, he got that kill, and that was kind of Publiclir's like last line of defense over at B that was going to be able to do something, and that went down as well. So eSuba just out fragging their opponents there. Really, Publiclir still able to put together a pretty decent buy, but
see ya.
Man, later Lincoln.
That's what a way to greet someone as they open your door, right? Shoot him in the face.
Yeah.
Pretty rude.
Oh, no way! Caparzo saw Devin from forever ago and stuck up on him.
Alright, I gotta say, sometimes when you see players that aren't looking at you, you like kind of take a moment to focus, just make sure you get the headshot, or even like try to bait him out a little bit longer, and then sometimes they'll just turn and then immediately kill you, and you just like, it's a hand over face moment. Everyone has it, and it's super frustrating. But it looks like it may not matter with RDO working his way out of long. It's now a 4-on-2. A winnable 2-on-4 now as I flip the numbers for Publiclir's perspective, as some players here are pretty low, but with an op, I mean, if Awe manages to pull up that CZ or even find another rifle, suddenly I think the chances would come to be a lot better. But Lekro brings down RDO, so now 2-on-3s. Players Benke and Henky and Monty, all of them are alive!
The trio are here!
The Brothers Grim close it out the game. And
it was happily ever after.
Yeah, and then that was it, right? eSuba 16-7 over Publiclir, and they lived happily ever after together.
The end.
RDO died though, right? Rough.
But that does do it for us today for EU. However, in about 2 hours, I guess, more or less, we are going to have the NA Pro League kickoff. First up, I think we have Method taking on Conquest, and then we have, I think it's
liking
Follow
the
Esports
Conquest
taking on Enemy
good.
GG. Yeah, Conquest have really been turning the corner lately. They've always had a lot of talent on that team. But then, like, I know they lost to Winter Fox, and so they didn't get to go to the offline qualifier for the next major. So that was kind of a big hit to take for Conquest. But some of their recent, online league matches have looked pretty good. They're getting a lot of production out of Rick's Rush and the rest of the company. So, yeah, definitely a cool team to watch. They're going to be up against Method tonight, where they're going to be heavily favored. But that should still be a pretty decent game. And then I think Follow Esports plays Enemy GG afterwards. So kind of the two teams that have been struggling
Yeah,
a
so
lot.
that one should be.
It's
I mean,
the
the
battle to
lesser
stay away from
teams,
the
but
bottom.
it should be a close
Yeah,
match and probably a better
exactly.
match than even the first one.
Yeah, exactly. They're both trying to battle to stay out of the bottom, trying to stay out of the relegation process for next season, basically, is kind of the big thing there with that matchup. But anyway, that'll be starting out in about 2 hours if you want to catch that. So be on the lookout for that. I'll be back for that with Misled, but Joey is done for the day. So, Joey, you want to sign off and say goodbye to everyone for today?
Goodbye, everybody, for today.
There you go. So give us a follow over at Helium Umbrella and at Dust Moret. You can also give a follow over to CEVO and MLG on Twitter as well. Give them your feedback on what you thought. And then, of course, bookmark this page because we will be back with some more Pro League coverage for NA later tonight, as well as our daily coverage of EU and NA CS Sunday through Thursday, week in and week out. You can catch it here. But without further ado, we will be signing off for a break for now. But again, catch you in a couple hours.